Hi, I'd like to take a few minutes and talk to you about the fishing report that is due November 10th. I think this could be one of the favorite assignments of this class, and some students have told me this was one of their favorite assignments of their college career. So, what is the fishing report? I want you to find an expert in your field of study, your major, and talk to them about something that's related to fishing. An example, a business major who wants to get into corporate finance would contact a fishing tackle manufacturer and figure out who their chief financial officer is and set up an interview, 10 minutes, and ask them a dozen questions. A nursing student might want to investigate fishing injuries and talk to a doctor in a big fishing area, I don't know, Miami, Norfolk, Boston, and just talk to them about what type of fishing injuries that they have dealt with. The purpose of this is twofold. Number one, to kind of expand your knowledge of fishing, and number two, to expand your knowledge of your chosen major. Hopefully you're going to land a job in whatever your major is. And one of the best ways of doing that is through networking. And the more people you know, the more you network. I have had students get a job through this assignment. I'm not saying all of them did, but there have been a couple. So once you have kind of narrowed down the subject that you're going after, you need to find that expert. The expert cannot be associated with Indiana University. They cannot be a family member or friends of family members. I want you to get outside the box. I want you to go out there and find someone. I had one student interview the CEO of Zappos. Just all kinds of wonderful stories I've gotten out of this. So be creative, be bold. You can use me as an example that I've got this weird instructor who wants me to do this thing. Could you spare 10 minutes of your time so I can fulfill this assignment? Throw me under the bus. I don't care. Get an interview with someone. We all have gotten very used to using Zoom. So that might be a better way of doing it than even a phone interview. If you can interview someone in person, all the better. So as far as the report itself, I don't want it to be very long. I want it to be very short, 2 pages, maybe 3 pages. I want you to have references. Don't turn in 2 pages that included you talked about talking to this person about this thing. No, I want references. Whoever you interview, I want their contact information. If you can't include their contact information, find someone else to interview. I would like to also see other references than just the interview person. If you're doing something in chemistry about the polymer structure of various type of fishing lines, give me some place I could go and look up this information for myself and learn more about it. I would like to see 3 references, that would be wonderful. Grammar counts. You are a student at a major university in the United States, and you're on your way to be a well-rounded, educated person, and you should be able to, you should have a command of the English language. If you are in computer science, you might want to do more of a computer-based project. I've had people in computers do websites. They've built mobile apps, or at least the wireframes for the mobile apps. They have been very, very, very interesting. If you are going into education or maybe business and you want to present this as a PowerPoint presentation, you are welcome to do so. One caveat: typically in a PowerPoint presentation, you just put up bullet points and then you explain the information around the bullet points. Since you're going to email this to me, you need to fill out those bullet points. If I just have bullet points, I have no idea what you're talking about, so you're going to need to tell me. If you are in radio or TV and you want to do something with that, talk to me about it. I would be more than happy to help you with that. I told you about the one young lady who was going into radio, and she went down to the lake, went out with somebody fishing, and did the radio interview with him out in a boat on the water. It was very, very cool. It was about a 3-minute segment, what you would expect to, see on the news cycle. She did a very, very good job of that. If anyone has a major that they don't see how they can make a connection with this, contact me. I have yet to be stumped. And I've had dance majors and music majors and philosophy students, all kinds of things. And so far, I've not been able to not find a connection between a major and fishing. Okay, I would like you to email this to me, obviously, since we're not in class. If you use my work email, I'll get it much more quickly than my IU address. I would like you to put in the subject line I-106 in your name. That just makes it really easy for me to collect these things and go through and grade them and keep them organized. Like I said, the length about 2 pages, maybe 3 pages, and you need to write tight. That means no fluff. I want information. I don't want just a bunch of flowery language that conveys no information, no data. If you struggle with this, I would invite you to visit this link on YouTube. It's a very interesting scene from a very famous fly fishing movie. So that's about it. Like I said, the due date is November 10th. It will take you longer to figure out what you want to write about than to probably getting around to actually writing it. Again, 2-3 pages, something relating your major with fishing, and please, please, please do not do a simile. Business is a lot like fishing because you have to attract fish the same way the businessman has to attract customers. For the love of all things good, don't do that, please. I literally will not accept it. Anyway, I'm sure you guys will do a wonderful job on this. I really enjoy reading these things. you cover such a broad range of subjects, and you've tied things in with fishing. A student who was going into neurobiology interviewed a scientist, I think at Boston College or something like that, who was studying a type of fish who had a unique ability for their brain to be damaged but then to repair itself. Just really bizarre, fascinating subjects. So anyway, that's what I'd like you to do. Again, if you have any questions or anything, just get in contact with me. I'd be more than happy to help you with it. I'm sure you're going to do very well, and I think you'll probably enjoy this. Thanks a lot.